What's going on, YouTube? I got this big smile on my face because you already read the title. I have a 2005 Mini Cooper S non-CVT. I have the this is not a CVT. This is the one that has it's the first year they gave these cars the paddle shifters. So, if your car is like mine, the non-CVT, it has the paddle shifters, this solution may work for you. So as some of y'all already know, my other video, I went through a bunch of different crap. I even outsourced a local mechanic who told me that it was a small coolant, whatever that coolant thing is. Maybe I'll link it in the description or show a picture of it or something, I don't know. But it's a small little coolant unit, and it was about $300 new plus about $150 for labor, and he kept my car 4 months. I'm not gonna go into that, but I've been through a bunch of crap trying to get this solution fixed, and I couldn't find anything. If you like me, then you couldn't find anything either. It's almost as if BMW suppresses this information, which I'm not even trying to say that. I'm not advocating that at all. I'm just saying, when I looked up the problem that I had, I couldn't find anything. But the problem I'm having, or had, that I currently fixed for about $82 to $100 off of the part on eBay, and I'll get the part out and I'll show you guys that part here in just one moment. But the problem that I had was that where the inside the car, where the shifter for park, reverse, neutral, all that stuff, they're right below the miles per hour, right below that. Okay, right below that, it tells you what gear you're in, whether you're in, or whatever, whether you're in park, reverse, neutral. Well, that was replaced when I started having these problems. That symbol, which told me what gear I had it in, was replaced with an EP light. That also accompanied 2 other indicator lights. There's a triangle caution light, and then the other one was a tire sensor light. Basically, it has an exclamation point with a round circle around it. Those 2 together mean directly to transmission. Well, actually, I should say those 3, the EP light and those 2, are directly related to the transmission. Now, individually, let me preference this, individually, they mean different things. The caution symbol, the traction, whatever you want to call it, the triangle, individually, it means something else. The tire sensor symbol, the exclamation point, individually, it means something else. But together, when you put them together, combined with the EP light, it directly relates to your transmission. Now, fortunately for me, I got lucky because I took my car in to a local transmission shop, and they did a diagnostic on it for free, and it came back that there was a problem with the communications, which he said he thought it was the transmission. But he also said the part that I replaced, I'm going to get to the meat and potatoes right here and now. Hang on, let me go get the part real quick. It's actually right in here. Right here. This computer, but not just any computer. I'm going to tell you exactly the one you need for your car. Computer. Now, back to my story about the transmission guy real quick. He told me that the computer, he thought because it was a communications error that came back in the code reader. But he said, right after that, that this computer was located, well, let me give you his exact words. It's probably one of the computers underneath the dash. When he said underneath the dash, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna move along. I'm not gonna take apart the dash for this computer. Anyway, I basically left it at that and went on with my life. Well, about $500 later, paying a crook of a mechanic to fix that little transmission pump, which again was not it. I finally decided, you know what, Mac, let me look for this computer, which, by the way, this is a TCM computer. Let me look for this computer. I decided to look online, found one relatively cheap, and I was like, I made sure all the numbers matched, and I was like, let me order it, and let me see if this works. Which, by the way, I ordered it used, okay? These do not need reprogrammed. As long as you get the exact model for your car, it does not need to be reprogrammed. This is a simple plug and play, okay? Now, basically, let me kind of move forward. To take this out, all you need is a star. I forget exactly which star unit. It's not a 45. It may be a 40. Actually, I think it's a 35. Don't quote me, but I think it's a 35. And you can get those from any hardware store or your local AutoZone or Advanced Auto Parts, O'Reilly's, wherever. Anyway, basically what I did, I didn't even take mine out at first. I went and said, okay, maybe I can disconnect these connectors and pop this one in without ever having taken that one out. That way, if it doesn't work, I didn't just waste a bunch of time taking this out or whatever. So I popped these off without actually taking the computer out, the TCM, which is what this is. I popped those off and I put the other two in, and it was just dangling, right? Which, by the way, oh, let me preference, this piece can be found right underneath the steering wheel. If you were to hold your head down underneath the steering wheel part of the car, you'll see this. It's very easy to get to. Took me 5 minutes. When I finally got around to taking the old one out, took me 5 minutes. Anyways, so I had this one dangling. Guess what I did? Hopped in the car, started it up. Guess what happened? Those same two lights, that caution light and that tire sensor light and the EP light, they were gone. Just like that. But here's the but. So I was like, let me take it around the car, let me take it around the block, let me drive and see how things feel. Even though those lights are off, they might come back. Guess what? About a block or two later, they came back. The lights came back and I was destroyed. But wait, there's more. Because the reason there's more is because after I drove around for a little bit, I thought to myself, you know what, Mac? A car is made of 3 brains. The BCM, which is for the body, the PCU, and this, the TCM, which is for the transmission. Each component has each brain of the 3 brains, they triangulate information. Each one has a different purpose. This one, the TCM, controls everything to do with the transmission. The transmission is a big part of a car. The body control module, the BCM, it controls everything to do with the body. It's similar to the human body. It's the electrical system, so to speak. It keeps tabs on the electrical system. This keeps tabs on the transmission. And then there's a PCU, which converts that data. Excuse me, I prefer saying data. Anyways, it converts that data, and it allows the two to talk to each other, to communicate. And so when this one went bad, it's still the last memory the car had, the BCM, the PCU, the last memory that they had was that my car was malfunctioning. So even though I put the new one in and it went away because the car knew that something was different, but then it came back a short time later, is because the memory of it was still in the BCM and the PCU. Furthermore, what did I do? I came back home, turned the car off, and said maybe this will fix the problem. Turned it back on. I restarted the car after turning it off. And guess what was gone? Absolutely gone. Both the caution triangle symbol and the tire sensor, the exclamation point, both were gone. Instantly, I put the car in reverse and immediately I knew there was a difference. Why? Because anybody who's had this problem knows that when you shut the car off, it's almost like it loses memory of where it loses memory of where it was positioned last, what gear it was in. So when you put it in reverse or drive, it jerks into gear because it wasn't in the proper gear when it was shut off. Furthermore, as soon as I put it in reverse after those lights were off, it shifted like butter, and I knew instantly that was the problem. So if anybody wants me to link this, what version they need for their car, what numbers they need. I forgot to tell you guys, the EP light does not go out. That light needs reset. The other two lights are those are the big ones you want to look for. The EP light needs reset. Now, also, I didn't want you guys panicking like, oh man, the EP light's there. Plus, I forgot to mention it. But that light stays on until you get a reset, and then it'll go away. That's all I wanted to tell you guys. If you want to see the car running, I don't know, proof, whatever. But this video, I'm not sponsored by anybody, none of that crap. This is just me, a DIY guy trying to help my people out with their Mini Cooper. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Subscribe, like, comment. Thanks. Okay guys, here's another video. This is days later. As you can see, the EP light has now disappeared. Honestly, after driving the car for the past 3 days, after changing out the computer, I kind of have ideas on what I think it could be, what I want to pursue next. But I'd like to hear you guys' opinion in the comments below as to what those options are or what you guys think it could be. I won't go into detail now because it actually just changed back and I'm headed home from a long day. So I'll make another video later and where I'll get you guys' opinions on what you think the issue might be or whatever. But basically, for everybody who doesn't know, I recently changed the computer, the transmission control computer, the TCM, in my Mini Cooper, which is underneath, right down there where the pedals are. And honestly, that's done a lot. The car has rode differently and everything, but every now and again I still get those lights, the triangle yellow and the tire sensor light, along with the EP light. I still get those every now and again, nowhere near as much, but I still get them. So we'll go over more about this in another video. But for right now, that's what I replaced. But the lights still pop up every now and again, intermittently. So give me your opinions in the comments, please, about what you think, what you guys think I should do next. What parts do you think I should try to change out to completely eradicate and get rid of this problem myself? And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead.